And this is exactly what you need to do to get your dream body. Welcome back to another video, guys. Clive here once again from Physio-finesse, and today we're going to be talking about how you can get your dream body. Some of you even go as far as pulling up pictures on Instagram of celebrities and all these Instagram fitness models and telling them that that is what you want to look like. This is wrong for so many reasons, and let's just address that first. Now, there is a chance that that photo was edited in one way or another or enhanced by a number of different ways just to make it appear as sexy and attractive as you find it, but that is not what we're going to be talking about today. What we're going to be talking about today is the reality of achieving what it is you want to achieve from a picture online. And you should also have it at the back of your mind that not everyone you see online that said that they got this from doing this actually did get it from doing that. They could have gotten it from doing something else, but they just tell you that they got it from doing that particular thing in the name of marketing. It's called marketing. It's not complicated actually, but it's just marketing. Now, not every single online influencer is like this, but there is a good number of them that are like this. Now, there is also this category of people who, because they look like that now, they can tell you that this is the workout to do. Let's face it, we are human beings, and human beings are like very, very different. But it's not what you do, it's not always what you do that makes you look the way you look. Let me give an example with an activity. Basketball, for example. You don't ever hear of a short person that started playing basketball and he became tall. No. When you are tall, they advise you, they're like, you should go into basketball since you are tall. It's the same thing in fitness. Since you have this kind of body type, why not start this kind of business? Just because you have the kind of body type. It's not as if you worked to get it. There are people who do work to get this. I'm not trying to say that every single fitness influencer you see online was born that way. Nobody, and I mean nobody, was actually born with a complete 6, 7 or 8 pack. No. And this variability in body types is a very, very big factor. In the world of fitness, it's called the individuality principle. There are 4 principles of exercise actually. The overload principle, the reversibility principle, the individuality principle, and the specificity principle. I'm definitely going to do a video about that some other day, but today let's look at the toughest of the tough, and that is the individuality principle, which talks about body type and just distribution of muscles, genetics, and things that are completely out of your control. But in all honesty, there is absolutely nothing wrong with choosing a particular body type you want to go for. I myself have admired certain online influencers like Fitness FAQs, 10X, and people that are into calisthenics. And so I follow these people knowing exactly what I want and the limitations that I may personally have. And that is the very first point I want to stress when going for your dream body. The first thing you want to think about is sustainability. Think about, what can I do to consistently get results for a significant period of time, that being your entire life. You have to remember that fitness is not a sprint. You don't just want to get somewhere, claim your prize, and then go home. In the world of fitness, it's not like academics. You don't just go for a 4-year fitness course. You just get a certificate in the form of a sexy body. You carry that sexy body and you hang it on your wall. It doesn't work like that. Whatever you are getting in fitness has to be maintained. It can't just be with you and not be used. Unless you are doing something in the entertainment industry, unless you are some kind of athlete, unless you're some kind of performer that needs to learn something or master something in order to meet a certain target. You see these Hollywood actors like Chris Hemsworth, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and so on. When they are preparing for a movie role, they have to get jacked up. Okay, talking about Chris Hemsworth now, he had to get seriously jacked up to play Thor for Thor 3 and immediately started filming for Extraction. So he had to do a ton of bodybuilding exercises, build a ton of muscle, eat a ton of proteins just to get that big, and then had to do the opposite, to start doing a ton of cardio, fasted cardio and all that, just to lose weight.
Apparently, before filming began, they sat Chris Hemsworth down and said, "Hey, dude, you're too jacked." Said he bulks up and he's eating 8 meals a day for Thor. And then everyone's like, "Oh, God, we need you lean for Extraction 2 because that character's a bit more athletic." So he just stopped eating so much and then set off running half marathons to drop weight. That would leave most people in bed. It was just obscene.
My training wasn't so much about weightlifting, it was more about agility and functionality.
So he obviously had a timeline because there is filming, there are contracts you sign, there are requirements you need to meet and all that. So a professional actor or performer or model definitely has, deadlines to meet. But you are an average Joe. You go, you do your office work, you live a simple life, nothing that requires so much glam and fame. You don't really need to put yourself in such a tight corner and giving yourself such fixed deadlines. You want to do something that you can enjoy doing, emphasis on that word enjoy, for a significantly long period of time. If you listen to some actors talk about what they have had to put their body through just to meet the requirements of a certain role, you even pity them. They don't like it. Not everybody likes this shit. And one problem a lot of you guys have is that you tell yourselves that when you achieve this particular body type, that you will feel happy. So what you do is you skip in a progression of happiness for one ultimate happiness. Let me tell you guys something. If your maximum number of push-ups is 10 and you're able to push yourself to do 15, the level of fulfillment you feel is literally the same as a professional bodybuilder or calisthenics professional who also beats their own PRO. Like beating a PRO is beating a PRO. +1 is +1. And it is the same feeling of fulfillment that you have that any other big person has when they get slightly bigger. So thinking to yourself that you will only feel happy when you get to that particular level of being that big or being that strong is very, very delusional. You should enjoy those little accomplishments that come along the way before getting those big muscles that you are seeing, or that flat stomach, or whatever it is that you are going after so badly. And that is further stressing the sustainability of your training. You should tell yourself that, or rather you should ask yourself that what it is that I can do to get that +1 virtually every single day for the rest of your life. And just do that, something as simple as possible. Now let's take a popular training goal, for example. Let's talk about losing weight. If you want to lose weight, you go online, you see a ton of advice. You see, don't eat this, don't eat that, throw this away, do this, fasted cardio, intermittent fasting, and it's so much. It's information overload, especially for those of you who do not learn this, like actually settle down to learn this. The information overload can be very cumbersome, it can be very frustrating, and before you know it, you are confused and you just give up because nothing is making sense and nothing is working. Now, this is something that actually works. Being true to yourself, that one works. True to yourself in the sense of doing what it is that you enjoy. Now, I stressed this a lot in my video I dropped a while back on getting motivated in fitness. If you haven't seen that video, I will drop a link to that in the description of this video, or you're going to see it floating around somewhere, either this way or this way. But definitely I'm going to put a link to that video that emphasizes how you can get and stay motivated in fitness. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to skip right through it. You should do a form of cardio that you find yourself enjoying. Not everybody likes all those cardio classes with an instructor in front. I have been working at a gym before, and I'm not going to lie, there are people that I personally like when they are like at the front, like right behind me, because there was this mirror at the gym I worked where I could see the whole class behind me. And there are some people that you see that are really putting that energy in, they are trying to follow up the instructor, they're just having fun, and the energy is just there, and they're just enjoying themselves. As far as they're concerned, it's not even work. And inside that same class, you see some people, they are squeezing face, they are lagging behind, they are just not happy. You can tell that this person is not happy with what they are doing. That is a very, very wrong approach to fitness, because such a person will get tired so fast. The thing that I would advise for such people is to find an alternative form of cardio that you do enjoy. So many different ways you could try that you genuinely enjoy. That's the most important thing you want to think about when you want to sustainably lose weight. Another consequence people don't really take into account is how is it that they would manage what they want. It is not enough, like I said, to win a body or to just get a body and just hang it somewhere in your house like a certificate or a license. No, you have to sustain it, you have to maintain it. Now here's a little fact that not everybody knows. Maintaining a good body is actually pretty difficult. Let me put it like this. You see those bodybuilders, the amount of protein that they have to eat just to keep up with that body is insane. It is not economically friendly. So if you are somebody living a simple life, how much are you going to use to buy a full jar of creatine supplements before you now talk about the natural food that you have to eat? You know how much is chicken now? How much do they sell one egg in Nigeria? That you want to buy all those things in the name of getting body that you are just going to hang somewhere and let it go back to square one. If you are not a professional bouncer, you are not a professional wrestler, Abba. And losing weight is no thrill either. There is this insane amount of hunger that tends to come when you start doing a lot of cardio and you start losing weight. Why? Because you are increasing your insulin sensitivity. And there is another hormone called amylin that is co-secreted with insulin. Amylin controls appetite. So the more insulin that you are producing because of this good decision you have made, the more amylin is being co-secreted, increasing your appetite. So you get seriously hungry, and this can be very frustrating if it's your first time. But over time, you begin to get used to it little by little. These are those plus ones that I've been talking about, that you just need to start and you gradually get to that point that you want and just keep going like that. Otherwise, you'll get to a point that the hunger is just too much to bear. In fact, let's think about this. Let's think about if one of these Instagram models gave you their body. In fact, that's too much. Let's talk about me. If me like this, if I give you my skinny body, if I give you my 7-pack abs like this, can you maintain it for just 1 week? Or will I have pot belly by the end of the week if you had my body? So that's something that you need to put in mind, that okay, can I sustain this thing if I get it? That once you have that at the back of your mind, you have a much clearer picture on what it is you want as an individual. Using myself as an example, I started getting into calisthenics around, I think it was 2 or 300 level. I think it's 300 level. I was really into calisthenics. I was following fitness influencers such as Fitness FAQs. And if you follow him, you see that he does a lot of advanced calisthenics. So I started learning some of those, and I haven't looked back on that since. Although there have been periods like during exams, during my whole MSc degree, where I did not have the luxury of time to truly practice these things that I had learned. Now, have I lost some of those skills? Yes. But have I lost all of the gains? No. As you can see, I am still quite healthy looking. I haven't gotten fat all of a sudden because I still to some extent practice some basic calisthenics. because I've already put myself on that path. For you that is doing an average day work, living an average life, you just want simple stuff in life. You're not aiming for one big thing to do with your body. Then why not just maintain your body at a sustainable pace rather than going for something so damn extreme? And it's because of people like you who want sustainable training that you can do continuously over a significantly long period of time. That is why I designed workout series on the channel, just like the week's worth of a free weight workout routine that I have on the channel. So if you are somebody who has access to gym equipment or a gym nearby, this is a series that you can follow day in, day out, and you just go at your pace. By the time you've done this kind of series for like 2, 3, 5 weeks, you start seeing that you are getting improvements slowly and gradually. You're not skipping to anywhere. You're not running to anywhere. You're not trying to impress anybody. You are just doing your thing and improving significantly over a period of time. Then you start seeing results. It's literally why I have series like that on the channel. So if you're someone looking to have significant and yet sustainable muscle growth in your bodybuilding journey, you should check out that series. I will leave a link to the playlist in the description of this video. Now, this is of course a broad view of what it is you need to do to get your dream body, and the key word is sustainability. Whatever it is you are doing has to be done for a significantly long period of time. You think about that, you think about the attitude you want to have in doing it, and you are good to go. It's that simple. In another video, however, I'm going to be addressing a number of concepts about this individuality principle that I mentioned earlier, such as the distribution of fast twitch and slow twitch muscle fibers and how it affects your muscle gain and your performance. Stuff like fast metabolizers versus slow metabolizers. All those of you who say, I'm skinny, I eat anything and I don't get fat, there is a reason for that. And those of you who are quite big and any small thing you get bigger, there is also a reason for that. So I'm going to be going into details of all of those different individuality factors in my upcoming video. So make sure you subscribe and turn on notification so you never miss a video like that. That said, please remember to give this video a thumbs up, share it to anyone who you know needs this advice and insight to getting their dream body, and let me know in the comment section what other specifics that you would like to know about getting your dream body. Like I said, this is a very broad perspective and we can always narrow it down in the comment section and turn it into another video. That said, I will see you guys next week. Stay fit, stay healthy, mad love, peace.